Myself Deepak Maurya. Today we are going to learn how we can go for the representative volume element in ANSYS. So before going to the representative volume element, we should understand the concept of homogenization and how we can take the representative volume element RVE. So here we can see this is the unidirectional fibers, green color and black color are the matrix. So when we have formed the laminate, so what is the minimum structure or the unit cell, minimum unit cell available which is repeating itself continuously, so that we can use that unit cell for finding the elastic constants. For example, here if you will see, this is the square. In that square, a fiber at the center and quarter fiber at the corner, half fiber at the middle, like this, a unit cell. This unit cell is repeating towards the left, towards the right, top and bottom. Similarly, if you will see this picture, if you will see this fiber is surrounded by this fiber, these all fibers are forming the hexagonal unit cell. Similarly, you can see this unit cell is also having the hexagonal formation. With that, I want to try it here. So this hexagonal unit cell is repeating over and over. Okay. If you will see this woven cloth, in this woven cloth we have to find out which is the repetitive unit here. So you can see this is the repetitive unit here. So similarly, we have to find out in the cross-sectional part or in the main laminate what is the repetitive unit, and we have to analyze that repetitive unit, that we call the unit cell, in the analysis. So we are going in the ANSYS. Hello friend, now we came to the ANSYS project schematic or the analysis systems. In these analysis systems, in the component system, if you will go, you will find the material designer. If you will go in the material designer, bring this material designer in the standalone system or the project schematic. So here you can name it e-glass epoxy. So here first we have to go and select the material. Double click. We don't want a structure steel. In engineering data, click here. Go in composite material, click it. In here, you have to find out the E-glass. Unidirectional E-glass, simple E-glass. Simple E-glass, click it. Okay, whether we have to see whether we got the epoxy. Okay, resin epoxy is available here, click it. Okay, resin epoxy is available here. So our work is over of selecting the material. Just click E-glass resin epoxy is available. Engineering data, and it is a project. In project, go in material design, double click to new material designer. When the material designer will open, there we have to select the already inbuilt unit cells, or we can import our own unit cell. So let's go. I am going to show you how to select it. Here friend, we got the space claim material designer. Okay. First, these are the steps available in material designer. We have to select the material, we have to geometry, we have to mesh it, and we have to analyze for the getting the elastic constant. First step, we have to choose the representative volume element, that is the unit cell. Which unit cell we have to use it. So you can go here. I am choosing any. First I am choosing this. That is the unidirectional composite. Okay. Just I want to show you. So I'm just choosing unidirectional composite. So first of all, what matrix you are going to use? Here you can see it is asking matrix. I am going to use the resin epoxy. Fiber, I want to use the E-glass. This P you are going to see if I want to parameterize it. This means I can change or I can make this matrix as a variable so that we can use the parameterize. Okay, we have given the material, now we have to check it. In geometry, click on the geometry. You are not able to see this geometry now, so just I am taking with these arbitrary values. I'm just click it so that you can see it. So this has taken the unit volume in which the fiber is surrounded by the quarter fiber, quarter fiber, quarter fiber. But in reality, when I shown you, there was one fiber here, one fiber here, one fiber here. But this is the inbuilt unit cell by the ANSYS library, or you can say. Okay. If you want to change it, anything here, we have the so many things to change it. For example, fiber volume fraction that I want to be 0.6. 0.6. If you want square, hexagonal, so actually I want the square. Okay, let's see what will come. Fiber diameter I want 20, 10 microns I want my fiber. Repeated unit I want 1 and length ratio xz. ठीक है, so that you can change and you can see what all of these things are. Just click it here. Okay, then you can see when I change it from hexagonal to square, it has taken the single fiber only. They have removed this fiber. So I'm going back and I'm saying, okay, go back and use the hexagonal. I'm saying, okay. In hexagonal, it is choosing it like this. Okay. Or if you are not interested it here, you can go and you can click it here. You can say change, or you can use your own. There is an option for the user defined. User defined means you can put your own RVE or the unit volume from here. User defined. Click on the user defined. It will ask you from which file. Okay. So presently I'm not wanted to change it. I'm saying cancel. Okay. So I'm using it. You can see geometry, material, both are clicked. Means it is okay. I'm going in the mesh. Okay. See, this is the block meshing. Block meshing means and use the conformal meshing. Okay. So I'm not using the block meshing. So I'm using the periodic meshing. Periodic meshing or the conformal meshing means, so whatever the nodes will come here on the fibers or here on the matrix, so that will share the nodes with the respective volume elements. So like this, it can be the conformal meshing. For periodic meshing, it will be repeated unit will be formed. So it will mesh it like that. So I'm saying, okay, here we have to give the mesh size in the microns actually. Okay. So be careful. So we are giving it in, here it is in microns. So where we are giving in the 2 mm. Here actually it is taking in the mm. Okay, it will come in the mm. We are going, you can see error or anything. Okay, it has came. So it has meshed it. We should know what the unit actually it is using here. Okay, so it has meshed it properly. In the settings, we are going to ask it what type of anisotropy we are going, orthotropic or the anisotropic. We want to go for the orthotropic material properties, and we are saying that it is material are having the 3 plane of symmetry. Okay, we have to find the linear elasticity and what type of boundary conditions actually you want to use it. So I want to use the uh, periodic boundary conditions. Okay, material symmetry, it will in the periodic boundary conditions that will automatically comes there. So I am just clicking it. So setting has over. In analysis, you have to go and click on the constant material. So it will ask what the material name you want to give it. I am giving glass fiber epoxy. Glass fiber epoxy. Okay, I have given glass fiber epoxy and I am saying okay, find the result. So what it is going to do here, it is solving the 6 equations. Okay, you can see here in the first equation, it will provide the unit strain in the x direction and it will solve the constant. Similarly, in the equations 2, what it will go, it will apply the second boundary conditions, which to unit strain in the y direction, and it will solve the equation for the elastic constant. Similarly, in the z directions, and try to find out the elastic constants. And when then in the fourth equations, it will go for the unit shear strain in xy plane, then xz plane, then yz plane. So this 6 unit strain it is providing as a boundary conditions, and it will go and find out the elastic constants. And at last, the elastic constants, some elastic constant it will get, which is a unique ex, ey, ez, but in not the elastic constants, but stiffness, it will got some that it will got average out and it will give to us. Okay. I have not written in the my WordPad, but you should know all of these things. So it is solving the equations. Let's see what we are getting. Okay, it has solved the elastic constants. We can click on the results. You can see these are the Young modulus we are getting in the x direction is 45 gigapascal, E2 13 gigapascal, E3 13 gigapascal, G1 to 4.7 gigapascal, like this Poisson's ratio. So please go verify it. This is a density. Like this, you can do different analysis with the RVEs. Okay, now I am going in the material geometry. In geometry, now I want to show you how to change it. I am going to change it to the woven composite. Okay, do you want to reset it? I am saying yes, reset it. When we gone it here, so in the matrix you can say resin epoxy, yarn, we are saying the e-glass, and I am saying select it. So that has checked the material. In geometry, I click on the geometry. I am saying these I will come and tell you. First I want to just click it to show you what are these fibers. This is a woven fiber actually. So here you can see this is the woven fiber. Okay. Here this is the fiber which e-glass fiber, and this is going over the another fiber, and this is approximately at 45 degrees. So let's see what are the availability here. The plain fibers and twill fiber. In twill fiber it will cross from the two fibers. In plain fibers it will be cross over the one fiber only. Fiber volume fraction. Fiber volume fraction is a common thing, that is a volume of the fiber to the total volume. So that is a 0.5 I am using. And yarn fiber volume fraction. In yarn fiber volume fraction, in the yarn, how much the volume of the fibers are available. You can see here, here is the volume of the fibers, but in between there is a gap. So all this gap will count in the yarn. Okay, so that I am taking okay 0.8. Shear angle is actually, you can see this angle, so this will go into be I want to the 90-degree between both of them, that I will show you now. Yarn spacing is the space between the two fibers yarn, this and to this. You can see the space between these two spacing. Here you are saying that what the spacing is there, that you can see it from here, this blue and this blue, when it will be run here parallel to the spacing between them. And that yarn spacing, instead of 1 mm, I am saying 0.5 mm. Fiber thickness, this thickness is actually, it is talking about the fiber thickness. Okay, first I have to select it from here. you can see the distance is 2 mm. Okay. The geometry has came. This distance is 2 mm, which I want to change it 0.37. Okay. Repeated count, how many count like this you are going to repeat it. So I want to repeat it 1. Align yarn along the x direction. You can see now it is much better view. You will be able to see it. Okay. Change the option. Okay, it has changed it. So you can see it. This is the, now you can see that this distance actually I was talking the yarn spacing, this distance that is 0.5. I have tell you the spacing, this spacing is now that is 0.37. Actually I have to again go there. I have to select this one, that you can say 0.37. Okay. So like this, you understand yarn spacing is this spacing. This is the thickness. Repeated count, the same volume will come once more if you will repeat it twice here. Okay. So all of these things are clear to you. I am saying yes, geometry is this one. Okay. This has selected the geometry. This is actually the bar you are going to see at the down. If any error will be there, then the error will be represented here. Okay. Okay. Is there any error has came? Yarn intersect. Okay. It is saying this yarn is actually intersect somewhere. Okay. When the yarn is actually intersect means to say this one fiber is crossing the another fiber. That is not the good thing for calculation. So I am going there, I am changing it to fiber volume correction, that is 0.88. Whether is it? We should not miss any error or anything. Okay, woven composite created. Here you can see now it is a clearly there is no intersection between them. Okay, and geometry is clicked. Go in the meshing. In the meshing, just put it 2 mm or 3 mm, whatever you want. I am putting the 3. What is this unit should be clear to you, whether it is in the micron or it is in the mm. You should be clear. Okay, 7 bodies were meshed in 6 seconds. Okay, mesh has occurred. In the settings we are going in the settings. In the settings we are going for the use the periodic boundary conditions. We are not interested in symmetries. So yes, setting has done. We are going in analysis. We are saying for the constant material, we are saying the material name glass fiber epoxy woven, and again it will go to solve the same 6 equations what I already told you. It has solved the equations, and we can go and we can see the results. In the results we can find that the Young modulus is 28 gigapascal in the E1. E2 is also the gigapascal, and 13 gigapascal in the Z direction. Similarly, we have all the other results G12 Poisson's ratio, and we have the density also, that is 1971.9 kg per meter cube. Like this, we can go for the other RVEs, and we can bring the RVE which we have already designed, that is the user defined RVE. So this is myself Deepak Maurya. I think you enjoyed the video.